Please adhere to YouTube's selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during the video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alrighty, so today I'm going to be attempting to light a cigarette with a flower. I will admit I don't know if this is going to work, especially since the flowers I'm going to be using in this video haven't even been picked yet. I'm going to be using the flowers that are right here. And I figure that since they're still growing, they probably have a decent amount of moisture in them, and so as such, I'm thinking they're probably not going to be very good to light a, well, cigarette with. But nonetheless today, I'm going to give it my best shot, and I'm going to see if I can light one of my Hestia stone-formed cigarettes with a flower in today's video. But without further ado, I do suppose before I go ahead and get one of the cigarettes all out of the pack, I should probably go ahead and go pick some flowers so I can actually try to light the cigarette that I get out of the pack with the flowers that I've picked, so I can actually try to accomplish the goal of this video, which is to, well, light a cigarette with a flower. I hope at least. I hope I'm going to be able to do this. I think it's possible. I'm not sure how well it's going to go though. But I do suppose without further ado, I should probably go ahead and go pick those flowers now, shouldn't I? So, I don't know what kind of flowers these are, I will admit. I have no clue what kind of flowers these are. I'm just going to pick like, I'd have to say probably like 2 or 3, maybe 4 of them kind of thing. I think I'm just going to pick 4 of them right here kind of thing. There we go. I've got my flowers now. And there we go. I've got my flowers for you. You want some flowers? Here's a bouquet. Here's a bouquet, yo. Y'all want some flowers kind of thing? Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm using these to light a cigarette with. But these are definitely quite moist if I do say so myself. I think I'm going to try to get them all bunched up just like that so I can try to create as big of a fire as I possibly can to get my cigarette all lit up. But I do suppose to try to get my cigarette all lit up, I should probably get one of my cigarettes out of the pack. So now that I have all my flowers, let's go ahead and get one of my Hestias all out of the pack. And let's go ahead and get it in my mouth. And go ahead and get these all lit up so I can go ahead and get to smoking, and so I can go ahead and light a cigarette with some flowers. Not sure if this is going to go very well, but I'm going to give it my best shot nonetheless, y'all. Let's get my Bic lighter out of my pocket so I can light up the flowers, and let's go ahead and give this a go. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying? Come on, catch fire, catch fire. They're really not wanting to burn. These are quite damp. I might need to bring out the torch lighter, I will admit. I might need to bring out the torch lighter. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my torch lighter real quick. I'm thinking the Bic lighter, it ain't going to cut it today. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my torch lighter out and torch them flowers till they're all lit up. Even then, I don't know if that's going to work in all honesty because they are quite damp. I definitely do think that purchasing some flowers before this video would have been a good idea. But honestly, I was like, you know, field flowers, they'll work just fine. Why go buy some flowers that are all dried out when I can just use free flowers kind of thing? Let's give this another shot though. Okay, a little bit of my cigarette is burning now. I just need to keep out this. All right, that is not working. That is not working. I got a little bit of my cigarette all lit up, but I think it's gone out. It's just not good enough to actually get my cigarette all lit up. Let's try it with this one now, which has singed a little bit. I must have dropped it when I put the flowers down a moment ago. So let's try this one. Let's see if I can get my cigarette all lit up with this one. I might have to grab another bunch of flowers, in all honesty. This is definitely not going how I imagine it to go, I will admit. I mean, like, I knew it was going to be a little bit difficult, but I was hoping that they were just going to kind of catch fire and just kind of create a ball of fire and just let me light my cigarette with it. But it should be expected that that's not going to happen, in all honesty. It really should be. I really should wise up, in all honesty, but it is what it is kind of thing. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and light this one up and see if I can get my cigarette all lit up with it. Alrighty, y'all. I'm not thinking that's working. I might need to grab some more flowers. This is definitely a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be, that is for sure. Let's go and grab some more flowers, y'all. Well, maybe it's the types of flowers I'm trying to use. Are there any other flowers? I'm gonna wander off camera. I'm seeing some dandelions or something like that over there. Some yellow flowers. I'm gonna go grab some of those and see if those will work. I'll be back, y'all. Alrighty, y'all. I grabbed some more flowers. I didn't mean to pull the whole thing up by its roots, I will admit, but I did nonetheless. It is what it is. Pretty sure this is a weed. It is what it is kind of thing. It is what it is. It's going to get mowed over in the next couple days anyway, as that side of the field is looking like it's probably needing to get mowed. So these were going to be dying in the next couple days anyway. So I do suppose I don't feel too bad about picking the entire thing up by its roots. But without further ado, let's go ahead and give this another shot, and let's see if I can actually get my cigarette all lit up with some flowers. Feeling a little bit nervous now, feeling like I might not be able to accomplish the goal of this video. But if I'm not able to, well then, I do suppose it just wasn't meant to be. Without further ado though, let's go ahead and get my sunglasses all back on. Let's go ahead and get my lighter all opened up once again, and let's get this stuff all lit up. It's just not catching fire at all. Just like not at all. I'm thinking this is not gonna work. Well, are there any other flowers around here that I can use? I did get a little bit of the cigarette all lit up. I did. Just not as much as I was hoping for, I will admit. Let's try this again. I'm not thinking this is going to work, in all honesty. I'm not thinking it's going to. Well, I think I might give my not my jumbo crack lighter. I should have brought my jumbo crack lighter with me today. I don't have my jumbo crack lighter with me today, I will admit. I think I'm going to give my jet lighter, not my jumbo crack lighter, another shot. And then after that, I think I'm just going to have to declare this a failure. I guess it might have just not meant to be. These are definitely not, like, I feel like if I was using like a tulip or a rose or something like that kind of thing, it would be a lot better. But something like this, especially since it's fresh out of the ground and not dry at all, it's just not enough to light. It just kind of turns to ash the moment you put a flame on it, kind of thing. It's not very good to light a cigarette with, I do suppose. I'm gonna kind of cheat here. Did I get my cigarette lit up because of the jet lighter, or did I get my cigarette lit up because of the flower? Who knows? In all honesty, who knows? Yeah, this video is a failure. Yeah, you cannot light up a cigarette with flowers, I will admit. At least not flowers that are freshly picked from the ground, kind of thing. You definitely cannot. It is what it is, kind of thing. It is what it is. I do suppose it just was not meant to be. I guess that's kind of what I get for picking live flowers out of the ground now, isn't it? Not being able to light up a cigarette with them. That's the flower's revenge right there. Well, it certainly is what it is, though. It certainly is what it is. I certainly can't complain. At the beginning of this video, I wasn't sure if it was going to work anyway. And, well, it didn't work. I do think, though, if I had used like a rose or some sort of bigger flower with actual, like what are these called? These are, like this right here. What is this called, kind of thing? It's a, petal with actual, like, big petals kind of thing. I think if I could get a petal to light up, I think I could very easily get a cigarette all lit up. But since the petals are so small, and since the flowers in general are so small from this plant right here, just kind of singes, doesn't really ever catch fire, especially due to the moisture in it. Yeah, definitely thinking a dried out flower would be the best move. And so I might have to try this again in the future with a dried out flower. But with flowers that were alive just a couple minutes ago, this is definitely not the move. I ain't gonna lie, this is definitely not the move. Excuse me, it is what it is. You cannot light a cigarette with moist flowers, that is for sure. I'm gonna go and try to grab myself a little bit of a screenshot real quick, I do think. Hopefully that will do as a screenshot, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that will do as a screenshot. I'll be honest, I don't have too much else to say. I will admit. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. Flower did not want to let it get lit up. None of the flowers wanted to get lit up, in fact. They all just kind of wanted to singe and get scalded and kind of just disintegrate into ash, but not actually burst into flame like I was kind of hoping they would. I guess that's something you need dry flowers for, I will admit. It is what it is, though, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I certainly cannot complain too much, I do suppose. Did kind of have the expectation that this wasn't going to work very well in today's video, but I am still disappointed to find out that it actually didn't work. I was actually really hoping to light a cigarette with a flower in today's video, but it is what it is. It is what it is kind of thing. It is what it is. I did, however, successfully get a cigarette lit up next to a flower. I did successfully do that. So certainly no complaints on my behalf, that is for sure. That's definitely not what the goal of this video was, but I'll make it the goal of this video. That was that was the goal of this video. Not to get a cigarette lit up with the flower, to get a cigarette lit up next to a flower. Yeah, that was the goal of this video, definitely. That's what the title of this video is, right? Yeah, 100%. I will admit, though, this cigarette's pretty decent, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It's been a pretty decently long day for me, kind of thing. It's definitely been a little bit of an off day for me, but it's been a good day nonetheless, and kind of just chilling, enjoying a cigarette. It's currently 5:10 in the afternoon, recording my video a little bit later than I normally do, that is for sure, and it's nice to just sit back and just chill with a cigarette, kind of thing. Even if the little experiment that I was going for in today's video didn't pan out, it is what it is, kind of thing. No need to stress about it. I've got a cigarette all lit up, I'm enjoying my smoke, and I'm still having a good time, so I can't complain, you know what I'm saying? I can't complain. I will admit, though, it is like perfect smoking weather out here, kind of thing. It is like perfect smoking weather out here. It's currently, I want to say, like probably, I'd have to say like a solid 73 to 75 degrees in the shade. It's like solid 78 in the sun, kind of thing. So it's definitely a bit warmer in the sun. And I know when I go back to my car, park my car over there, it's directly in the sun. There was no shade to park in today. I know my car is going to be sweltering. I know my steering wheel is going to be hot as hell. But it ain't no biggie, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm chilling right now. I'm enjoying a stogie right now. Certainly can't complain, that is for sure. Ain't no biggie if my car's a little bit warm, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no biggie if my car's a little bit warm. But I've only got a little bit more of this cigarette left. So I do suppose, without further ado, I should probably go ahead and finish off this cigarette. And I should probably go ahead and finish off the video right there, as I don't really have anything else to say. Yeah. Can you light a cigarette with flowers that you just picked out of the ground? No, you cannot. No, you cannot. You cannot. I tried multiple times in today's video, a lot in today's video, and I completely failed. I completely failed. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Makes the times you win all the more significant. If you lose sometimes, that is for sure. Well, I think I have probably 1 or 2 more hits left of my cigarette, so I'm going to go ahead and take those last 1 or 2 hits, and then after that, I'm going to go and end this video right there. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying? But that was all there was to the cigarette. There's a little bit of tobacco left. I ain't stressing about smoking that, though. I'm going to throw this cigarette filter away after this video. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video where I attempted to light a cigarette with a flower. Did not work. I tried to light a cigarette with multiple flowers in today's video, and none of them worked. But this was still a more fun video to make than not, even though it was a failure, and that was a little bit disappointing. But you can't win all the time. You gotta have some losses to make the wins all the more significant. Definitely gonna have to give this another go in the future, though, with a dried out flower. I think I'm gonna have to go either pick some flowers and let them dry out over a couple weeks, or go buy a flower and let it dry out over a couple weeks or something like that kind of thing, and try this video again in the future. But it's good to know. that you can't light a cigarette with the flower that was alive just a couple minutes ago. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. If you guys have enjoyed watching this video, of course, please make sure to, like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. Box, and my second channel all in the description down below. Go check it all out. Thank you so much for watching my video where I tried to light a cigarette with the flower. Until the next one, stay safe and peace and have a great one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?